the old airtights. There were so many of those. Yeah. Now this would be this would be like based on the old, what was it? Bill Mason tent.
Rutstrum.
Calvin Rutstrum. Yeah, this is Calvin Rutstrum. And this is the traditional Calvin Rutstrum tent. This might be one of his regular tents, isn't it?
It is. It was built when he was still alive, and it was to his specs.
Right. And Carl Rutstrum, he wrote Paradise at 40 Below. What was the other one here?
Paradise Below Zero.
Paradise Below Zero, that's what it was. And there's one other one.
New Way of the Wilderness.
New Way of the Wilderness.
Yeah.
Calvin Rutstrum, he was probably one of the greatest catalysts for people our generation when we were younger. You know, we read them back in the 60s and 70s, and he was our inspiration to hopefully go to Alaska and become a trapper, which none of us ever really did. Some of us did, but not too many of us. And what he used is that was what they call that stove there is what they called an airtight. And there was, I don't know how many different sizes they made of those. Had them, yeah. And I think there was probably 6 to 8 different sizes of those. And what he did on his setup, he'd literally run the stovepipe up and all the way along the ridge. And then he would also use a cheater on there. And supposedly you could burn all night and on and on. It looked good on paper, but it didn't work as good in reality. But it was a real predecessor. Yeah, this is a real valuable. I see you added Velcro. This originally didn't have Velcro, did it?
His later models, he had Velcro.
They did, okay.
So if you look at his latest edition of his New Way of the Wilderness, you see the pictures.
You do with the Velcro, okay. And you can see here is this basically a wedge tent, which he added to pullouts, which gives you more of a rounded effect. The other thing, I think there might even been, did he make these to use with a liner too?
Yes, so these have little loops on the top. So you can, I actually have a mosquito netting tent I tie to this. So that's what he used for summer, and then for the winter he recommended an inner liner. So you basically had 2 tents, and a nice insulation space between them.
Yeah, I think the liner makes such a world of difference in a winter tent because it's giving you're losing less to radiant heat going over the top. It also gives you a little buffer zone from that cold coming in from the outside. And I think it would actually reduce your wood consumption by at least 40 to 50%. Yeah, that's one thing that makes the Arctic oven so popular.
Yeah.
Is because of that double shell. It's amazing how little wood they have to burn to keep those warm. In fact, there's one over there. So, you don't see too many of those. That's definitely a collector's item.
I love it. It's for when I go by myself or another person. That's the tent I use.
And I think they used Egyptian cotton on these, didn't they? Oh yeah, that's Egyptian.
Really Egyptian.
Are you sure?
We called it a Pima cloth.
Pima cloth, okay, because it would have been Pima cotton. It would have been an American version of it. But Pima cotton is also a long staple cotton like Egyptian cotton.
Yeah.
But it was only domestic. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.